We're starting up a new mini-series on the Beard Face channel. It's going to have to do with upcycling. It's kind of a stupid term. I thought recycling worked fine, but people got to be different, so upcycle it is. We're going to have to do with repurposing steel wire hangers. Everybody's usually got a ton of them floating around. I had about 200 in the back of my closet, which is what started this off. Tried to come up with something constructive to do with them, and thought I'd share it with everybody. So I'm going to take you from taking a standard hanger, straightening them out, turning them into stock, and then actually switching them over into something useful. I have here's a couple examples of some things I've already done up. Just some very basic little projects. I got a nice wine rack that's made out of braided hangers. I've actually braid two strands of hanger together and then coil it into loops and tack weld them together. Not as complicated as it sounds. I'm going to go through the process of that. And using the same process, you're also able to make some jewelry. A little smaller than the wine holders, but well, that's a close-up on a double-stranded. So it's just braiding two strands of wire together, and again, coiling it around and tacking it. Here is an example of a triple strand. That is a little more difficult to do, but it has a much nicer, more intricate result. And you can do a lot of cool stuff with a triple strand stock. Now, what I have here is something I was just doodling around with, but the girlfriend likes to use it as a jewelry stand. What I've done is, basically, I was making a flower out of boredom. The stem of the flower is a scrap section of the triple strand that didn't turn out quite as uniformly as I wanted for a bracelet. So I used that for the stem because it was nice and heavy. And then some pieces, it's still a little wobbly. I got to straighten the base out on it. But I used some of the curly twisted pieces from the tops where the hook is formed to make kind of a root structure off the bottom for the stand. Looks kind of cool. And then I made the head of the flower. And I purposefully did not join these petals that I formed together, so they're a little spaced out at the back. Makes it easier to bend them into a more natural plant-like shape. You can see they're kind of dished around and spaced out for a 3D effect. And it actually makes it really easy, which is why it's now being used as a jewelry holder, because you can slide rings and bracelets and earrings and all kinds of stuff onto it. So that works pretty awesome. And this little thing is just something I whipped up, and that can be multi-purpose. You could use it as a nice cheap recycled shower curtain hanger like that, or if you took it like that and used that grommet to fasten it to the wall, you've now got a little hanger, oven mitt hanger, or you could make cup hangers out of it. You know, all kinds of stuff, hat hanger. Anything not too heavy. I'm not sure it would take a coat, but you could always give it a try. But it does make a rather neat looking little thing, and it's just made out of the top section of the hook. So now I'm going to show you the transition from that hanger into some pretty neat and useful home projects.